What is fair use, and can I rely on it for my use of works in an AI system? So fair use is a doctrine. It's essentially a limited exception. And what that means is that if your use is fair, you don't need to ask anybody authorization or make any payments to make that use. So it allows the use of unlicensed works for certain purposes, certain fair purposes. Important to remember, fair use is not a blanket permission to use unlicensed works. It operates as a defense to copyright infringement and is evaluated on a case-by-case basis by the courts. And the courts will look at 4 factors. These are the factors that are on the left side of the slide that's actually a reproduction of the legislation itself. So the courts will look at 4 factors, at least 4 factors, in order to determine whether an unlicensed use qualifies as a fair use. So what are those 4 factors? The first factor is purpose and character of the use. This is where the court will ask how the party that is claiming fair use is using the copyrighted work. How different is it? How is this subsequent use, this use by the party claiming fair use? How is it different from the original purpose of the work? Why are you using the work? If it's commentary, research, or parody, that would help you in a fair use defense. If it's a commercial use, for example, that you're making, that is more likely to count against you. But having said that, it's not automatic. It's not because you're making a commercial use that it is not possible for it to be fair use. And if it's a transformative purpose, a purpose that is very different from the original work, where the use adds new meaning or function from the original work, that is going to help you for a fair use defense. But there again, it's not determinative in and of itself. It's not because you're making a transformative use that it's a get out of free jail cards. The court will look at other factors as well. So the second factor is the nature of the copyrighted work. Here the court will look at the degree to which the subsequent use encourages creative expression. So if you're dealing with a factual and published work, that will lean more towards helping you with your fair use defense than if you're using a creative or an unpublished works. The third factor is the amount and substantiality used. How much of the work was used? Did you use the heart of the work? That is going to be looked at in order to determine fairness. In an AI system, we often use the entire work, and that will weigh against a determination of fair use. And then the fourth factor is the effect on the market. Does the use substitute for the original or harm, whether it's a real or likely market for the original works? So factor 1, whether it's commercial and transformative, whether the use is commercial and transformative, and factor 4, does it harm the market for the original work? These 2 factors are the focus of the many pending AI-related copyright litigations in the US. A couple of other points to keep in mind. These are 4 factors, but they're not exhaustive. We also don't know which factor is going to matter more. It will depend on the context. The test is a holistic test. It's not a mathematical equation. It's not because you got 3-factor fair and 1-factor unfair that the determination of the court will be fairness. So again, here the court will balance everything given the circumstances. The burden of proof. So who has to demonstrate fairness? If you're going to rely on a fair use defense, you must be ready to justify it with evidence in court. So for businesses, dealing with fair use is a complex and uncertain approach. And so the easiest way to deal with this uncertainty is to actually obtain licenses. And this way you could remove some of the unpredictability around fair use.